that I didn't do correctly in the Army and setup of the aircraft. So I'm probably going to go ahead and play one more mission at least. And unfortunately, we're going to have to sit through some more of this horrible dialogue.
Sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same.
So there are a number of, like, just nondescript characters in this that...
Every night.
And this is similar to the one that I played. I can't remember what number the one was that I played in the Xbox, in the console generation 7, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. But it was the Liberation of Grace Myria one that I played.
Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
but there were lots of characters in that. It wasn't always clear that those characters were actually, like, engaged, like, somewhere in the mission, like, content of the game. So this guy is supposedly who they are kind of modeling the drone AI off of.
Mihai didn't say a word.
And there's been one cutscene where he's come back, and you see that he actually went up to fly because it was being reported that the drones weren't as effective, and supposedly that was due to how good you are.
His real name is Mihai Dimitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol A.
Come on, man.
Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people.
So between all of the
was betrayed by a close friend who pointed
made-up country names
and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful.
and the really bad scripting,
Sprang from it was
this is a
expanding kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed me
template for a really bad B movie. I don't even know if I would call it B. I might have to call it C.
But Mihai surprised them all.
Again, thanks a lot for everybody who's joined in. Thanks, Tiza Vito, and at Via Homo,
Then accepted into the Air Force.
Uniodia Expize, Didafax, Briar Rate,
Became an ace pilot. When the royal family was out,
Sixtiva,
Erusia became a republic.
and Adesivif.
Continued his service for the new
So I don't know if it's because of the time that I'm streaming that I'm catching a lot of people from overseas. Maybe that's why the Twitter tags aren't
One day,
names I would recognize.
granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy.
That's a good-looking dog. You did a good job on that part.
If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the
So, once again, I keep saying that I'm going to run down the configuration for the live stream setup tonight. So let me go ahead and do that. Like, as I mentioned earlier, I am playing on the PlayStation 4 OG, not the PlayStation 4 Pro tonight.
They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers.
For our video capture card tonight, I am using the MiraBox HSV321. This is a $99 capture card that's available from Amazon. It frequently goes out of stock,
To research his neurological data, after all.
but it is kind of a dead simple video capture card that is really effective. Pretty much does exactly what you need it to do without a lot of muss or fuss. Highly reliable. The other neat trick that it does is it can take any HDMI input and convert it over to a capturable source that looks like a webcam to a PC. So, in other words, it's a card that I can take a DSLR or a high-end camcorder and run the HDMI out of one of those higher-end cameras over to the MiraBox and use it that way. So, which is exactly how I am using a different piece of equipment that enables me to use my Panasonic HTC HS80 HD camcorder as my webcam. That is the Blackmagic Designs web presenter. which, same thing, takes any HDMI input and sends it over to a PC and makes it look like a webcam. The key difference between these two pieces of equipment is, number one, how they're both sold. The MiraBox is specifically sold as a capture device for gaming. The Blackmagic Web Presenter is sold more so, it's marketed more so as a piece of field studio equipment for producing, prosumer level video content. I, however, use both devices sometimes for both purposes. I have used the MiraBox, the game capture card, often to bring in higher end cameras as a source into OBS or simply for recording a hardware review. By the same token, I have often used the Blackmagic Web Presenter as an actual video capture device. The other thing the Blackmagic Web Presenter has, the MiraBox HSV321, is just a brick. It's an ASIC inside an enclosure. The Blackmagic design Web Presenter actually has an additional module called a Tyrannix front panel adapter, I think it's called. And you slap that on the front, and it gives you a little 3.5-inch display on the front, so you can monitor the what the camera sees on that panel. The other key difference between these two pieces of equipment is the MiraBox HSV321 costs about $99. The Blackmagic Web Presenter costs about $500. So again, marketed kind of for two different purposes. So let's see. So I have no more upgrades that are required on the F4E. I guess this F10, it's the baseline thing, so it doesn't have any upgrades available. Here's the 104C, which I guess is a mod of the one that the girl brought into the campaign. I also have access to the MiG-21. Machine gun pod I've already purchased. Rockets I've purchased. And surface-to-air missiles I've purchased. I've got the advanced engine for the F-16 Chuck. As well as it looks like all... so there are... I gotta get back to the briefing again. So the nice thing about the briefing is when you hit skip, it brings you up to this thing, which allows you to see. I'm pretty sure this is for the enemy forces. So this includes some air-to-ground combat, right? T-160, F-16 Chuck, oil tank, gas tank, control tower, gas tank, radar tower, large oil tank, and an anti-aircraft gun. 8 anti-aircraft guns and a SAM site. Ooh. There's a few more sites here than I was expecting. Some buildings, so yeah. So we go into the F-16, and yeah, it does make sense to go ahead and so I have already upgraded that. F-14. So let's see. So that's updated. The guided bombs are not. So let's go ahead and update those. We'll feel really weird taking an F-14 on an air-to-ground mission, though. Air-to-air missiles. So I guess the thing is from here... Okay, so I have that. So I can't afford the F-18 yet, so let's... What? I'd actually probably go... Man, there's a lot of options down this path. I already have that. That comes off the F2. so hard to understand where this tree... I wish you could... Oh, you can pull back. I didn't realize that. No. L1, R1, okay. Yeah, because I have a hard time understanding exactly which paths actually branch from a singular point of origin. What does it have hooked? Okay. Alright, so I actually have 3 options that I could pursue. I don't have enough for the 810, so I will hold off on that. No. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to take the F-14 again. I'm going to take the guided bombs. Select aircraft. Select special weapon? Yeah, so that's fine. I got that. And then select parts. Oh, I didn't realize. So there are other parts that I've bought on other aircraft. I didn't realize that they were all cumulative and could be applied. So we'll add the new rudder actuators. Yeah, these are all upgrades. I thought these upgrades, when I bought them, I thought they were specific to the F-16 or MiG-29 or wherever I got them. Okay, yep. No. Dang it. Let's go ahead and sortie.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Now, if I have to replay sections of this, I don't know. Then I'm going to stay up and do that tonight. So I'm using the HSV321 for a webcam. I'm using the Panasonic HTC 80, HTC HS80 HD camcorder. That is running over to the Blackmagic Web Presenter over HDMI, and then the Blackmagic Web Presenter connects into the streaming laptop over USB. For a microphone tonight, I'm using the Razer Sirene Elite. Okay, so I've got a limited amount of time to reach a certain score.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so they're threat.
And with the Razer Sirene Elite tonight, I'm using a foam ball windscreen. For headphones, I'm converting the optical output of the TV to 3.5mm stereo, and I have a pair of Razer Kraken Pro V2s.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do? We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. All squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can. Transport truck spotted.
Large oil tank.
Feel free to take them out. Leave them to me. Bullying the weak is a kind of specialty of mine. What are the odds of getting out alive? That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
Did that actually launch?
Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back. Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys. Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
I cannot tell.
Wish this mission never ended. Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. Spare 6. You haven't attacked a single target yet.
Yeah.
Watch your 6. I don't need more work.
I've taken out an F-16 and a ground attack and a ground station. What are you talking about? Alright, let's go to
Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place.
SAM launcher.
Spare 15 locked on. I'm spiked.
Please let that hit. Okay, good.
AA gun down.
Oh! Radar tower.
Anyone out that
These targets are in a canyon. Nah, I could dip into the canyon.
Spare 15 bombs away.
Now, there is an interesting thing where you can actually hit these air-to-ground targets with...
Enemy in gun range. Damn enemy hiding in a place like this. They can at least make themselves easier to hit.
Yeah, that was totally unnecessary. Let's try to take out the ground station with a blasted, with guns. Okay. Yeah, I've taken out like 4 ground targets. AA gun. Hopefully I can settle back in and get back on my bombing run. Okay, there it is.
Bombs away.
What I really hate with these things is the BDA,
Target destroyed.
battle damage assessment. It's really hard to have to stay on target to visually get confirmation that
Vehicle down.
so I'm supposed to get 11,000. I only have 1770. Yeah, that's something.
Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops. Spare 11, just do your job. Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
Ah! 44% damage.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
Yeah, especially because on these bombing runs, I can't go supersonic. And that's one other thing is I don't feel like a solid enough like ka-chunk when the bomb drops off. And you can see them leaving, but they don't have that big whoosh that the missiles do. That like
The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target. You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
tell you with absolute certainty that the bird is away.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in, but it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osia has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Band Dog. Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary. Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Ooh, bridge.
You need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people
Where's the bridge? Where's the bridge? Where's the bridge? Damn it. I dropped that. Nope. Nope. You're not. Ugh. Retry from checkpoint. Yeah, checkpoint was absolute zero.
all aircraft
Yeah.
attack. We're clear to attack, right?
So like I said,
Regular forces are gonna clean
I'm probably not gonna
just like before.
spend a ton of time replaying this. The soundtrack in this game, by the way, I don't know if they've reused some of the music from
If you can't handle that,
Ace Combat 4, but it sounds very similar. Ooh. Alright, here's the control tower.
transport truck spotted. Not a threat.
Alright, gas tank.
Bullying the weak is a kind of specialty of mine.
Whew. anti-aircraft gun.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return.
Go.
However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed to do? I'm out. Return to resupply.
Yeah, I gotta kind of not worry as much about trying to make
Let's be honest here. The regulars like
some of these things as realistic as I've been trying to make them, and
your heart, you want us to smash
like
that.
not allowing myself to
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
drop a bomb and take off at supersonic speeds, but
Finally have a read on the targets.
I think I'm gonna have to be a little
Place.
gamey.
I'll take you from here.
There's that SAM site. Alright, so I'm gonna give myself a little more maneuvering room and take off for one of these longer range targets. I'm really bothered by the amount of damage I'm supposed to do.
Glimpse on my radar. Get after him.
Good.
Target destroyed.
Kill.
This is Sparrow 11. Enemy base.
It seems like I'm supposed to achieve a very, very, very high score.
Troops. Sparrow 11. Just do your job. Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
So what I don't know is, like,
Destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping. The murderer's done it again. Gonna have to rethink the odds.
I also think your, air-to-air missiles periodically get replenished as well. Come on. It's your altitude. Ah, blast it. Let's try to get it close to the mountain there. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, you're putting the aircraft in a bad attitude. I'll wind up impacting the ground again. It's like a nice, easy target, like this anti-aircraft gun that's 6,000 yards out. Like 43% damage already.
Spare 15 locked.
Alright, we got a radar tower coming up.
Spare 15. Enemy has a lock on you.
Whew. Those bad guys, they are. Let's get on them. F-16s.
Missile incoming. I know the computer unit doesn't get easy jobs.
Blast nab it. Ah!
Bombers left the AO. Do not pursue. Keep the enemy shooting at you.
I'm not hitting that F-16.
Better be careful. A radar lock. Shoot. Enemy missile inbound. Evading.
Come on.
It's no good. Can't get a visual on the target. You just dropped a huge bomb down there.
Alright.
Give us the chance to stock up.
63% damage. Yeah, you're not going to hit a crossing shot like that. But I also feel like it's very difficult to very deliberately get enemy aircraft in the right.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes.
Okay, there he goes.
It's just one
Alright.
Plan all along or something.
3240.
Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osia has one. Probably says where and when pawns like us.
So I wish I understood which of these things
The next strategy. Hold up.
were of the most value.
You can get in on this too, man.
It just seems like I'm making a very
Cool your heads off.
few.
Solitary. Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Not a lot of points being gained.
It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access. Trigger, rocking it hard. Cut the crap. There's work to do.
Just seems like a really small number. I'm down to 3 minutes now. Oh, no, you're at 8 minutes. Okay. It's like 3 minutes left. I suspect I'm not going to get a lot of... Actually,
Vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target. You're our official
got like 200 something points for taking out trucks. It's kind of surprising. I don't know how you're going to get that warehouse. Come on, don't mess up my bombing run here. Come on. Come on. 84% damage.
Missile inbound. Evade. Hostile has a lock.
Hate popping chaff.
Target destroyed.
Alright. And I'm going after these ground targets because I feel like I'm definitely trying to use these mounts to scrape off any inbound missiles. Overly unnecessary risk. No. Alright. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned Tomcat way. Or I think we are, anyway. Seems like I'm gaining very little altitude. I was expecting the altitude gain from an F-14 to be a heck of a lot faster. Okay, there's that air-to-aircraft gun. Come on, man, I just wanna... There we go. No!
Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280.
This is,
They're drones. These must be the infamous drones. Machines are not replacing humans. Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission. It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn. Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
but I need to take out the other one. I need to take out that one right ahead. Come on.
I can't. I've got my hands full too.
I want that bridge.
God damn it, I'm dead. I'm still at the table. Missile. Another one. I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Alright.
Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out. Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down.
Yeah, I want that area next.
Sending us into? Just pawns. That lion son of a bitch.
Alright.
Pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation. What happens to a bet when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat. Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
Oh. Ah, blast it. I realized too late that that was hitting. Hopefully I've got a decent checkpoint that I can continue from. No, are you kidding me?
All aircraft, spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular are to clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have airborne,
All right.
so their threat levels vary.
So this time I'm just gonna
Best way to rob them of their ability
keep
to
my
respond.
missiles armed.
Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast,
Because at least with the missiles I can just maintain. Is he behind the mountain? Yep. Here he goes. Here he goes.
not a threat. Feel free to take them out. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs
Okay.
or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
And where's the radar tower? Anti-aircraft gun.
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
Okay, it's a bit of a hack, but like I said, I am gonna just attack with missiles.
Stuff isn't for you guys. Let's be honest here.
Whew.
Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base.
Because that alleviates me from the issues of the way I have to fly differently when I'm on a bombing run.
Cut the crap.
Where's that aircraft? F-16C is giving me a hard time, so I need to... No! I need one more shot on him. Here we go.
Locked on target.
Booyah! Coming down out of the clouds. I didn't get that guy before he took off. Altitude's low. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Truck.
A bomber has taken off.
Yeah, I know.
For us. Take care of it.
Tried to slow down enough that I could hit him, but...
That bomber's getting away. Chase it down like you mean it, morons.
Okay, well, where is the bomber? 864, T-160. I hope this was the bomber that took off. There he goes.
Locked. Missile launched.
Come on. Thing's resilient. There we go. Now it showed me another Tu-160 airborne, though. There he is. So the Tu-160 is kind of like the, I think it was the F5 Aardvark? Alright. Oh, there's another Tu-160? Now, if I'm going to be passing him head on, I don't want to be over speeding. This is more of a crossing intercept. So, I think that Tu-160 has swing wings also, it looks like.
All enemy bombers destroyed.
Alright.
That should put a wrench in their plans. That'll give some men for once. Trigger getting killed anymore.
There's the anti-aircraft gun. Okay, I see it. So these missiles, if I just use them as air-to-surface, just make flying tactically easier. 864D, so there's some Apaches over here. Now, I hope my voice hasn't been trailing off. I probably ought to turn the in-game audio up and make sure that I'm talking loud enough. So now I do play, or I have played, and have in my inventory a lot of flight sims. It's another Apache. I don't know if I can slow down enough to actually make an effective run on him. Okay, good. Harriers. What are Harriers doing here? Siege who?
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary. Let me look into this doctrine thing.
What is the warning? I'm watching it.
It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their
Alright. Who fired that?
getting access.
You are toast. Was it a SAM site that fired that? Siege 47. Is it still on the deck?
Watch the bandit on your tail.
Great. Ugh. Alright, I think that was a SAM site, and hopefully that will make our lives easier.
Don't worry about crashing. Worry about your sins.
What?
Are you freelancing as a priest now as well as a jailer?
Woo! Anti-aircraft gun. Yeah, like I said, it's a bit of a spam, but just using the straight up missiles.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns. Break.
Now there used to be, and I guess maybe that maneuver is still available. Come on, lock that thing up. Whew.
Damn enemy hiding in a place like this. They can at least make themselves easier to hit.
So I guess if you hit the acceleration and the, used to be in the old game, you hit the acceleration and the throttle maximum at the same time, you would pull this like special combat maneuver. I believe that is still the case. What the heck is that?
Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280.
Drones.
They're drones. These must be the infamous drones.
So I still don't have the minimum points required for whatever this game mode is supposed to be.
Don't forget your original mission. It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
What do I have for a target?
Missile away. Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? They're just dogs. That lion son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
I'm not seeing. Okay. So right now I'm just kind of randomly randomly cycling different targets. in an effort to make sure that I get to these 11,000 points. So, I should make it. Feels like I'm on a good glide slope to make that. Control tower. So I guess what I guess what I didn't realize is you have some missiles that are just missiles and are general purpose and can be utilized for both air and ground targets.
Spare 15 launching missile. Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
Really? I think our objective would actually be the exact opposite of that. But now, is this thing... I can't tell if this thing's...
You're running out of missiles.
What, really? Oh!
This is spare 7. Shit! Someone get this enemy off my tail!
Too low. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
I'm still at the table! I roll a missile. Another one! I've got a bet on me getting out of this.
Really makes me angry. How did I miss that AV-8?
Someone's down. Who is it? Ty Roller. He's been taken out. Don't be sure.
How are we missing?
Down.
Come on.
Finally finding my crew.
How do I keep missing that?
Banker's out. Another man down.
Alright.
Fine, retreat. Follow your orders. Continue the operation.
Sun's too bright, I can't see a thing. Here come the drones.
Lose all your pilots. Shut up.
Alright, what's my... Almost there.
I'm getting me the trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part.
Come on, get this guy.
Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows you will breach your numbers.
Alright, good. We got the minimum.
To their ground units. But I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say
That's a nice target there.
this is a whole
Oh.
engage or face punishment. Away, little guard dog. You'll pay for this. Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
Come on, Count. Really not interested in your trash.
Target destroyed.
I don't know if I should have fired two.
Missiles depleted.
Great.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops. Spare 11, just do your job.
Oh, come on.
I can't get close enough to try.
Sam, come on.
Watch the bandit on your tail. Missile incoming. Break, break.
Ugh. Really? Am I gonna go mess back and mess with this truck? Great.
Behind.
Mission accomplished. Whew. was rough.
Enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass. Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here. Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
The script is horrible.
Some welcome.
So I guess the one piece of equipment that I'm also using that I haven't mentioned yet is I'm also using an Elgato Stream Deck to manage changing scenes and whatnot. So I haven't had to get up for any reason to use my BRB scene, where I have a browser source configured that will play back one of my YouTube videos of a past live stream.
The return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
4 F-16s, 3 Tu-160s, 3 Apaches, 3 Harriers, 2 Chinooks, and 2 drones. Ooh, 161 MRP. That's going to bring some nice juicy aircraft to add to the fold. So there's kind of this collection, a meta game that I also am kind of falling in love with this game that is very similar to Forza Horizon. The unfortunate thing is you can't unlock skins until you complete one playthrough of the single-player campaign. So that's unfortunate because one of the coolest things to do is to outfit the aircraft with skins. So what I am going to do is I am going to go ahead and go through my aircraft progression stuff tonight, because I kind of, when I'm going to shut down, I do like doing that.
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for your cons.
So we're going to go ahead and skip the briefing because I will play through it next time. I just want to get to, strangely looks like the exact same mission as the last one. Through my progression in there. Now there are 20 missions. I guess this is mission number 7. No. What is it? I can zoom out. Yeah, with L. We'll start. So there's nothing to buy there. Nothing to buy there. Nothing on the F-16. So I guess from here, I could go with the 14 or 29. So let's go down the 29 path. There's no more upgrades. I have that. I'm at 2 branches here. So I can go with the machine gun pod. So let's go ahead and get that, right? I already have the machine gun pod. Right, so the next thing here is the MiG-31B Foxhound. Have I bought that yet? Oh, no, I still can't afford it. Alright, so we'll just continue banking money. We'll go ahead and quit this mission. So thanks so much, everybody, for those who happen to wander by and joining on the live stream. I do certainly appreciate it. If you said something in chat, and hopefully I will be able to check this later, I do apologize again. I haven't broken the code on where you're supposed to look to see the comments in chat. And at the end of the month, or the beginning of February, I will roll over and switch to go over to Mixer, because in addition to reviewing hardware, software, and services, well, in addition to reviewing hardware and software that are associated with live streaming, I also review services. So I typically only stream to one particular service a month. This month it has been Twitter, and next month, at the beginning of February, I will switch over and start streaming to Mixer, which is kind of home for me, since I am kind of my gaming DNA goes back through the Xbox and through a heavy dose of PC gaming. So Mixer being owned by Microsoft kind of feels like a place where I will be comfortable. So that's where I will be heading. The only other thing I'll mention as far as the live stream setup is all of the equipment that I talked about is all running over to the Acer Predator Helios 300, which is a gaming laptop with a Intel Core i7-7700 HQ, CPU, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 256 gigabyte M2 drive, and a 1 terabyte internal SSD, and is kitted out with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 6 gigabyte SKU GPU. So thanks so much for everybody for joining in. Like I said, I'm supposed to roll over and start playing Resident Evil 2 tomorrow. I will say Ace Combat 7 is kind of a game that's directly in my wheelhouse. Survival horror games, or not so much, so I'm struggling even now as I contemplate the notion of putting this game to the side for a little bit to get started on Resident Evil 2. So we will see if I follow through with that. So until next time, once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus from Gearworks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube. Until next time, happy hunting, take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, play the games that you like, and stream the games that you love. That's going to do it for me. I'm out of here.